Welcome to Espex, Engineering Student Projects Expo 2019, where the hard work of Batten College of Engineering and Technology students is on display.
Our project is focused on getting a wearable smartwatch device that can be worn by soldiers in the battlefield to determine their heart rate, their blood oxygen level, and their body temperature while they're in the field, so that their bodily vitals can be tracked and they can be monitored in case there's a health emergency.
This event showcases inventive engineering projects and entrepreneurial innovation.
What happens right now with scoliosis surgery is that surgeons actually don't know how much force they're applying in real time. So it's a lot of just give and take and feel. Our project centers around taking strain and converting that into force, and so that surgeons can actually know how much load they're applying to a spine.
Our project is the Newton Creek Watershed, and basically what we did was explore the flooding in the downtown Norfolk and the Harbor Park area. The way that we're doing this is we're going to raise the roads, we're going to add in more permeable designs, which allows for water to flow through. We're also going to add in some gates for the underpasses so that cars don't drive into standing water.
I never would have thought before I started this that I would be able to see through copper or see through aluminum. And the very first one I did, I held it up to light, and sure enough, I could see straight through it. I saw it there on the table, but I could still see through it.
Our project was about creating 3D models to be used in an augmented reality system. One of the things with augmented reality is that it shows a virtual world on top of a real one, so you need the real model. But we focused on the Glock 17 and the Mars Viking lander, which, due to obvious accessibility reasons, we can't have the actual models, so we had to create our own. We had to 3D print the models.
The potential is really endless. I mean, if you could imagine the next time you buy an IKEA piece, for instance, if you could augment what it's supposed to look like over what it looks like for you, all the instructions, all the internals, anything like that.
Was trying to find a way to navigate over 300 nautical miles from one ship to the other while flying without GPS systems, and as well as being in a radio denied area, so they couldn't be seen on radar.
We made a capacitive wireless charger for phones, but any electronic device. We did capacitive because mostly every charger that is used for phones are inductive coupling, which means you have to put the phone directly on top of it for it to even be able to charge. Our goal using capacitive wireless charging is so that you can have the phone at least a few centimeters away and it would still be able to charge.
A part of the American Society of Civil Engineering, we are Steel Bridge, a club dedicated to designing, prototyping, and building a model steel bridge designed to hold up to 2,500 pounds.
We are using a renewable energy source to extract sunlight to provide power to, in this case, a surveillance camera.
This provides the students with the ability to interact with the public, to see if they've created a product that really appeals to the masses outside of the classroom, if it's something that's meaningful to the everyday person, if it's meaningful to industry.
So we designed a robotic prosthetic hand. We had three main teams that did this. We had a design team, a customization team, and a materials team. So our design team's main goal was to make a hand that mirrored a human hand in function, so it's fully actuated. So each of these fingers worked, and it's tendon driven. So when you pull the tendons, the fingers close, and then these rubber bands up top will reopen it. The customization team made it so we could scan someone's hand, put it in a code, and then pop out the CAD model for that exact hand. So that's something that isn't currently out there. And then our materials team actually printed the hand with a composite material, which reduced the weight by 22%.
These are the building blocks for a lot of technology that we need to use in the Navy. To see the engineers in school here that are actually thinking of these things and getting them done, I mean, it's amazing.
Our project is thin set. Essentially, it's a cube set cut into pieces about the size of a slice of bread, and it allows multiple public schools to get involved in space technologies.
Our project is meant to separate particles that are smaller than 10 microns. So your lungs naturally filter out particles, but it has trouble after 10 microns. So our devices do that so that we can separate out and be able to test and see what particles are that size. So think of it to test air quality and other things in both industry and bioterrorism.
Some local industry leaders saw the event as an opportunity to explore new products as well as to meet potential new engineering talent.
I think you see a whole gamut of different technologies. A lot of mechanical people working on a mechanical, electrical doing some really neat programming, software, electronic design, saw some power systems, so a whole wide range of things being worked on.
I have been completely overwhelmed with how sophisticated they are, how good the presentations are, the opportunities to continue to build them. It's been an awesome experience to showcase. I saw something that could be commercialized actually, that's very cool. It's a little drone that picks up golf balls. I saw an amazing use of augmented reality. That is so exciting. That is a big area right now, and the team had already designed an augmented reality project. And I saw a couple of the civil engineering projects have been very well designed. They're very purposeful. They did a lot of customer discovery. It was excellent.
Everyone had a chance to vote for their favorite project. The People's Choice Award went to the vision-guided mobile robot for surveillance, where the team developed automated facial recognition and tracking using a military-grade robotic platform connected to a remote computer. For the Batten College of Engineering and Technology, this is Andrea Luna.